love. I am on my way to grab us some coffee.
So yeah, then I was just thinking to myself, like, I can't believe that we're doing this. Like, I can't believe that we're living on Carla. I was literally telling that exactly what I was gonna say. You know, I totally agree, but let me know. And I literally said we're that burger same person that I left home 2 minutes ago.
Are you ready for us to keep talking?
Oh, you better be ready for us to keep talking.
Keep fucking talking.
Keep talking.
Welcome to Keep Talking.
Hope you had a wonderful week so far. Wow. Get ready for something gorgeous. Wow. That was a beautiful sound of a Diet Coke.
Fucking amazing.
That was incredible.
Whew, I'm gonna listen to that every night before going to bed.
And with that, guys, happy non-Keep Talking Monday.
No.
Because this is an episode that doesn't come out on a Monday, but it is still a Keep Talking Monday.
Yeah, exactly. For us, it's always Keep Talking Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday is so coded red for me now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Literally.
But I love it.
Same.
I love it.
I love it.
We experienced some technical difficulties, but now we're here.
We're back.
And Carla is here. That is a surprise, guys.
Yeah, well. Guys, if you've seen... He's called Ollie, right?
Yeah.
Ollie Bauman? Yeah, something like that. Well, the shoulder guy from TikTok. Don't do that, because then you'll die like me.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
The shoulder injury. He does the dance move.
Yeah, I wish I could do that right now, but I can't. Literally. I don't know. I've been having like a very sore neck for the past 2 days. And then yesterday, I decided that it was a good idea to go to the park and do pull-ups with my friends. But I was not even working out.
Yeah.
It was just like a random walk. And then I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Don't do it. Especially if you have not warmed up before.
Oh, yeah.
And now I feel like an 85-year-old person. But it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We got the medicine and everything, so... And I'm here. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to miss this for the world.
Yeah.
So... I mean, I just have to sit down.
Yeah, it's just fine. She just can't move. If she ever, like, if you are watching on the video, which you should, check out YouTube. But if she ever stops moving in her tracks, that's because...
Yeah, because I just got, like, the worst pain of my life in my whole spine. But no. Like, right now I can literally look at you.
Yeah.
So, because the problem is the other side. If I had to be looking at you this side, would have had to switch.
Yeah.
Which we can't.
We're set in this.
Yeah,
We're set in
exactly.
this. Yeah. What a beautiful day, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
It has been sunny the past couple of days in London.
Yeah.
Not right now, but it's fine.
But it's perfect lighting.
Yeah,
so.
Because we're looking good. Again, check it out on YouTube. It's very cute. But yeah, check out also the shoulder injury guy, because he's actually very cute.
Yeah, he's very cute. He's
an
Aussie living in London.
Yeah.
So he's just like us.
Yeah.
But we're not Aussies, obviously.
Yeah. Another Aussie. I'm Austrian.
Yeah. Austria and Australia.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Austria is Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. We even have this like thing, and I remember us having it in our house growing up, because my mom, she's in love with Australia, because she lived there for a bit. And there's this like sign that says no kangaroos in Austria, because it's a common misconception that people who hear Austria think Australia.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, we don't. We're here. We're in mainland Europe, so very much not Australia. But I would love to take a dabble in Australian water.
Okay, let's cheers.
Yeah, let's cheers to our future, because this is what it's all about today. No, that didn't sound that good. Let's try it again.
It's like us saying goodbye in the night, because so we've never done that on video. Okay,
I don't know if today is the right day because of your shoulder.
That's true.
Let's keep that for episode 17. I'll put it on the notes.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, but let's cheers.
We always clap, and until we don't have the perfect clap, we don't stop.
Yeah.
So
we have a signature handshake that is deeply... Sorry, I feel like the ice cubes now are getting irritating in the mic. But which is now like deeply rooted in our system. Like I could do it in my sleep. But
literally.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheersy.
But you have to look each other in the eye, unless it's 7 sex years.
7 6 years.
7 years of not as much pleasure. There we go.
You have to do this
Yeah,
as well.
that's true. And then
Now we did
there's
the whole
so
thing.
many things. A Diet Coke, hey.
Yeah.
A DC, can't complain. But yeah, today we're talking a bit more about the future and what it upholds for us. And because we're Gen Z and we are not capable of thinking on our own, we asked ChatGPT to do it for us.
What a perfect moment.
Yeah, ChatGPT can absolutely predict the future for us. And I feel like it's not about how much power we give the machines, it's what we do with it.
Yeah.
And if I know more about my future, and I mean, I haven't read the story yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be true. And I feel like
Very
it's
accurate.
yeah. And I feel like it's very important for me to know what's coming my way in times of uncertainty. I feel like
literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
So we asked ChatGPT about Carla's future, and here we are. In a twist of fate that could only happen in London, Carla, the 22-year-old art direction student at LCC, finds herself on the brink of an unexpected yet hysterical adventure. One rainy afternoon, while working on a surrealist-themed project in your tiny studio...
I mean, at least I have a studio, I
Yeah.
guess. But surrealist project?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from
Let's
that.
see. Tiny studio, you stumble upon an old dusty lamp at a vintage market. Intrigued by its peculiar glow, you decide to take it home, hoping it might serve as inspiration for your next masterpiece. Aka surrealism. As you polish the lamp, out pops a rather dapper and slightly sarcastic genie named Jeffrey. Instead of granting you 3 wishes, Jeffrey, being an art aficionado himself, offers you a single unique wish: the ability to bring any piece of art you create to life. I think ChatGPT doesn't really know what art direction
Exactly,
is.
I was gonna say that. I think she thinks I'm an artist.
Yeah. Excited by the possibilities, you start small, bringing to life a quirky animated version of your favorite coffee cup, which we know is the Keep Talking coffee cup. Where is it?
It's over there.
Right. Which quickly becomes your caffeine-fueled muse and errand runner. Convenient. However, things take a hilarious, chaotic turn when you decide to animate a gigantic mural of a surreal circus you've been working on for your final project. Your once quiet studio is now a lively, bustling circus tent. Imagine. Complete with juggling clowns, dancing elephants, and rather opinionated ringmasters who insist...
Why am I drawing clowns
On
though,
critiquing.
and elephants?
Because you're a surrealist.
Gosh.
Oh my god. But the funniest part of your adventure begins when your animated circus troupe decides to go rogue and stage impromptu performances across London. You find yourself chasing after a runaway clown and acrobats performing daring stunts on the tube, all while trying to keep a straight face and maintain some semblance of normalcy. In the midst of this delightful chaos...
Gotta keep it mysterious, right?
Yeah, right, yes. She still has everything figured out. In the midst of this delightful chaos, you somehow manage to graduate with flying colors, earning accolades for your innovative approach to art direction. Because this is you being an artist.
Exactly.
You stay in London, now renowned, not just as an art director, but as the curator of the most entertaining and unpredictable art installation the city has ever seen. That's cool.
A circus.
Yeah. It literally is just a circus. You were just drawing a circus and it became a circus.
And then everyone was like, wow, she knows what she's doing. Picasso? Who?
You are from the same area.
Both from Malaga, so...
Your story becomes legendary, inspiring future generations of art students to think outside the canvas and perhaps wish for a little bit of magic in their creative endeavors. And then ChatGPT said, hope this brings some laughter and inspiration to your podcast, Carla.
Thanks, Queen.
It did. It definitely did. Can you see yourself doing that?
Absolutely not. But who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I could do a project based on a fucking circus.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, like with all these prediction things, like people that can predict or things that can predict, like sometimes you have to take specific details out of it.
Exactly.
So who knows? Maybe like the dancing elephants will have like a play in your future in whatever way.
I mean, there's a lot of guys on Hinge with
Dancing elephants.
not dancing elephants, but like people that go on safaris and stuff like that. And then they post this horrible image with an elephant, which I'm like, I mean, at least it's in the wild. It's better like in the savannah. Oh yeah, definitely better than a fish. But it's like, why would you do that? Like, no, just leave the poor elephant alone.
But it's crazy. Like, sometimes we do see the same people on Hinge.
Oh my god, they're over clown. That's my fuchsia.
Right. She chooses the bear. It's crazy because we do see the same guys sometimes on Hinge that like us.
Yeah.
But then I've never on my For You page on Hinge seen a guy on safari.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
It's like our algorithm is so different.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. Thank you, Hinge. Thank you, Hinge, for not giving me the safari people. And also, thankfully, not the fish people. I see a lot of guys in cars. Like, on the steering wheel.
I don't.
That's one that I see sometimes. Yeah. Well, don't record and drive, guys. This is very dangerous. Yeah. And also not that hot.
Maybe because you speak German, so they think that you like cars more than me. Because there's a lot of German car brands.
Imagine.
And then because I'm from the south of Spain, maybe I like nature. I don't know.
Hinge going so deep. The algorithm in Hinge being deep. Okay. She said she speaks German, so then she must like cars. I'd show her only people with cars.
Exactly.
She's from Spain. There's a lot of orange buildings, so this safari is also orange.
Savannah is pretty similar.
It's hot. There's a lot of orange. Well, who knows?
Who knows?
Actually, we should get somebody that works at Hinge on here to like give us the details. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are listening or watching and you work at Hinge, please reach out to us. If there's any way that you can give us cuter guys, would be very much appreciated.
Thanks.
Thanks, X.
Okay, so now we're going to go with Leonie's Future by ChatGPT. Let's see. In the not-so-distant future, Leonie, now 23, and a fashion marketing student at LCF, embarks on an unexpected yet hilarious journey.
Nice.
You're not funny, I am. But anyways.
I mean, it's not funny, it's hilarious.
One day, while casually sipping a matcha latte in Shoreditch.
Hello? Why does it know me so well?
You accidentally bump... I mean, we're all girls, so...
It's like maybe the fashion marketing. Okay, yeah.
You accidentally bump into a mysterious stranger with a quirky hat. This stranger lets...
Yes! That's the thing! I know, it's crazy! Sorry, guys.
You guys don't understand right now. Okay, let's call him Sir Fancy Pants.
Isn't that insanity? Literally, because guys, you have to understand. So I was planning the ChatGPT thingy, and I just saw that word, and I was like, oh my god. I told Carla, like, oh my god. She was like, what? Because we have this thing.
Yeah, this is an inner joke of us.
Yeah, it's an inside joke called Mrs. Stinky Pants. And how crazy is this? Sir Fancy Pants.
Oh my goodness.
So maybe ChatGPT does, like, I've 1000% never said anything about Mrs. Stinky Pants on ChatGPT or matcha. So this is insanity. So maybe this.
Do you have it on your phone? ChatGPT?
Yeah, but it's different accounts. So on my phone it's the non-pro version, but I did it on the pro version on my laptop.
Right.
Crazy, right?
Well, then this bitch is listening to you.
Or maybe that's a common thing. Sir Fancy
Pants. Yeah, I bet it's super common.
Super common, guys.
Well, okay. Turns out to be an eccentric fashion tycoon looking for a fresh face to revamp his brand.
Actually, if I ever start dating somebody, when We're gonna call him Sir Fancy Pants.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my future boyfriend's nickname.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Sir Fancy Pants.
Even if he wears skinny jeans.
I would never be with a guy that wears skinny jeans.
No, I get that. Don't wear skinny jeans. Anyways.
PSA to everybody.
Impressed by your unique sense of style and witty personality, Sir Fancy Pants offers you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become the head of marketing for his new line of intergalactic fashion.
Ugh.
Yes, you read that right. Fashion for space travelers.
Oh my god. Sir Fancy Pants and Leonie on the Mars.
Wow. As you rise to fame, you get invited to host a fashion segment on an international TV show broadcasted live from the moon.
Oh, I'd love to be. Actually, no. Would you want to travel to the moon? Like, if somebody would be like, you can go to the moon now.
No, not right now.
No.
It's like,
because of your injury?
yeah, exactly. That would be like...
You'd be like floating, you're like...
But same thing with Titanic. I feel like there's things that we're not supposed to see.
That's very
I don't
true.
wanna die.
But did you see that there's another person going in the boat underneath to see the Titanic? You remember? Because it's
Did you learn
founder,
nothing?
It's the founder of the thingy, of the boat. So they want to, because sales have gone down significantly ever since it happened. The incident happened, which it was horrible. But he wants to show that it is actually safe, so they're going back.
Phew.
So if they survive, would you go to the moon?
I think not right now, but I guess that in the future when we're older, there's gonna be a lot of new like innovations and everything. So maybe
Who knows?
I mean, it would be amazing to see the space with your own eyes.
I think that it would be insane. Like, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, but I don't think that our brains would be ready to like understand what's going on.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like we would understand, we would have a different perspective on life for some reason.
Yeah.
Because there's so many unanswered questions, and seeing the world, the planet we live on as a planet, I think would change your would absolutely change your worldview. Yeah. 1000%.
Definitely.
Defo. Same as Oma. We haven't even talked about the fact that we're watching Love Island right now.
Wow.
Oma on Love Island, he always says defo. Like, I text that, but I don't say that.
No, me neither. But I also text it. But it's just like an abbreviation of what you're saying.
Exactly.
Anyways, London things, right? There you meet and befriend a talking robot called Gigi, who becomes your truly sidekick and co-host. But the funniest part of your journey is yet to come. During one of your space expeditions, you accidentally misplace a shipment of neon.
That's so not me.
Neon color space boots, which somehow end up on Mars. Little did you know, these boots become a sensation among Martian inhabitants, sparkling a new fashion craze on the red planet. And through it all, you remain in London.
Oh!
Now a bustling hub of intergalactic fashion, where your quirky adventures and out-of-this-world designs continue to inspire millions.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited to send those space boots to Mods.
Yeah.
Mods. To Mars.
To Marks and Spencer.
That is... Feminist. That is insane. But, like, that would entail a completely different, like, life that we would live right now. Imagine, like, in 2 years or in 5 years, them finding out, like, whoever finding out that there are, like, people on Mars, for example.
Yeah.
And then just flying them over. Like,
Come join. We're not overpopulated whatsoever.
Let's do a pick and mix and you can stay. And they're just gonna be walking around like, hola banana. So now that we know our future, you're gonna have a circus?
Yeah,
and
I'm different approach to my future.
And I'm gonna apparently be on the moon. Mm-hmm. Which, no. No. But there is like a lot of uncertainty about the future. Would you want to, like, if somebody would be like, well, I can predict your future, like actually predict your future, would you want to do it?
Depends on how much it goes into detail.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be nice to have reassurance that everything is going to be okay. But then what if it doesn't? What if they are like, well, it's going to be shit for you, honey. So that I would, at the same time, if you know, you can change it.
Yeah.
Because every decision that you make leads to your future self.
True.
So maybe it would be good to know that it's not going to go well. So I try to change my way of doing things, but then maybe that's why it's not
doing well.
Maybe that's why I'm not succeeding. So it's a full cycle. So I feel like no, I would not want to know.
I wouldn't dabble in the future. Yeah, that's so true. It's like when you see in the shows, as if it's true, but yeah, when you see in the shows when they go to the future or to the past, the only rule is don't interact with yourself, because you could change everything. So it is very tricky. I think I would want to have like 3 words, for example. I mean, I don't think that I would want to do it, but if I had to do it, then maybe like 3 words that would like guide me in the sense of that I can hold on to throughout hard times. But I wouldn't want to know anything negative. It should only be the positive, even if my life would be filled with negative things.
Definitely.
Which won't be the case.
No. Because we have each other.
And
we're holding hands.
We're holding hands. You should know that because you're watching.
Exactly.
You and my Diet Coke. This makes me sound as if I'm an addict. But anyways, but what you said with the so many different paths, that's so true. It's like every single decision, and sometimes you don't even know what decisions could lead to something else. Because even I remember that I once heard somebody say, in the sense of like, you should never say no to anything because you don't know what would happen if you don't go, for example, to that party, because maybe you meet the love of your life there. But then at the same time, maybe if I say no and stay in, something happens. That is also like, you can't, those little tiny things can happen every time, and we're not in charge of that. Like, it's just whatever leads us there.
Literally. And it's not only just like external factors, like imagine the weather, for example, like something bad happens because of the weather, but also other people making their own decisions. It's like a full web of decision making.
That's
basically.
so true. And that is something that is so fascinating to me, like how the world works overall.
Literally.
Not even in the sense of little decisions everywhere, but like the fact that I go to Tesco and the cashier does their job for me. And then I leave Tesco, and then they maybe go to the hairdresser, so then they're the client. And that hairdresser might go to the same spin class as me, so then we're both people doing that. I think there's the fact that the world works, and we're so have to rely on others to make it work is incredible.
Yeah, literally.
And that's so true. Like, I mean, even if you think about people's opinions on dating apps, that it's like forced almost, and that a lot of people would enjoy like a natural meetup more. I think obviously we all would. Like, obviously we would all love if we meet somebody in a natural setting, same as we did, for example, where it wasn't forced, but it felt like holding on to something as if it was meant to be. Whereas like dating apps don't feel like it's meant to be, I guess, because you're looking for something. But then there was a reason why the other one signed up for that dating app, or liked you, or texted you.
It's still a human behind it, making the like
active
decision of matching with you and talking to you and meeting and all that. So I mean, I can understand, because if we go back to the way we met, for example, like it was all this, because that's why I love fate. Like, I believe in fate in a way, because just thinking how many tiny decisions and how our lives were guided by us and others in order for us to finish, like to end up here together doing this now, it's so insane. And even like me applying for a different university for my exchange program would have changed my whole life, because I know that
trajectory of your life.
Yeah, literally, because I know that if it wasn't for us meeting, I wouldn't be in specifically in this flat. But I don't know if I would be in London either right now.
I don't know either, because I think for me, I mean, I always loved London, and I was like, I can really see myself living here. But for me, what made it so clear that I want to stay here, or like how much, I think there's so much more than I just love the city.
Yeah.
Because for me, London, I mean, this is a bit personal, but for me, London came at a time where I really, really needed something good to happen. And something incredibly good happened. Like London gave me so much freedom, so much reassurance, and so much strength and confidence. I mean, I started my YouTube channel, which I just did for fun, but that is already a big step that I would have not taken before London. Like I would have not done that, because I already filmed vlogs back then before London, but I would have never thought about posting them. But London gave me so much personality growth.
Same.
That I was able to do things that like I wasn't beforehand, and so much like it really got me out of a hole. And so it's not, when I say I love London, it's also that I love London in the sense of I love the city, but it's what it represents for me and what it did to me.
Yeah.
So so I also don't know if I would have like gone to a different place or whatever, if I would have ended up here, because I have so much love for London, but maybe another city would have given me a similar thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then maybe I would have found myself there.
Yeah.
Which, thank fuck, not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I'm thankful for whoever it was, for us, literally, for making all this decisions.
All these decisions. Whoever waitlisted me for Canada, thank you. Thank you.
Same with me in the US.
Imagine.
Yeah. Mom, when you said, you should go to the US because you've always wanted to. No. No. Thank God. Thank fuck.
Oh my God.
I said, no, London is closer.
Yeah. And here you are. But imagine, like, if we go back to, I feel like this is such an interesting conversation to be had. Because if we talk about fate, like, for example, this here, the two of us, this is meant to happen for me. Like, there's no way that in my whole life I would have not eventually bumped into you.
Yeah. That's so beautiful.
Because that's, like, I don't know how to, I think it's, like, as a non-believer in the sense of, like, somebody, like the universe or somebody is guiding our way. Yeah. It is hard to make sense of it, because those people who do believe in things like that, they can say, oh, because like XYZ did it for me. Like they had good things in mind, so they brought us together. Yeah. But because I don't fully believe in that, it's so hard to wrap your mouth wrap your mouth around it. That I can. Apparently, because I'm talking a lot.
Exactly.
Your mind around, like, imagine you going to the US, me going to Canada, and then we're staying there. And then I have a job interview where you are, and we bump into each other in the coffee shop. Yeah. And we meet. Like, oh, I'm feeling a bit dizzy thinking about that, because it's so big to think about it, you know? And then thinking about, where was it? Like, there was a movie or something where, like, each decision opens up a new parallel universe. Mm-hmm. So if I would have now decided on getting a coffee instead of a Diet Coke, every decision that I do opens up a new parallel universe where I take the other decision. Yeah. Which is, imagine.
That's what I was talking about before with the web.
Yeah.
Because it's infinite. Like,
yeah, literally.
It has no ending.
Yeah. If you haven't read The Midnight Library,
I think it was that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Because it's such a good book.
Yeah.
It
opens your mind a lot.
Yeah.
And also makes you not take, like, small decisions for granted. Yeah. I mean, like, the example with the Coke and the coffee, it literally does not matter.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But just like those tiny things that you don't really think about, be more conscious of, but just for your own sake.
Yeah.
And also for like being more present
Yeah.
in your daily life. Like I think that we just make all these decisions without even thinking about what we're doing because we're so used to it.
Yeah.
It's like more of our routine, but literally everything has an impact on your life and your well-being.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And at the same time, don't put too much pressure on the decisions.
Yeah.
Because you, like, even those thoughts like, oh, what if? They're very bad for you because you can't change a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, if you could change them, you can. Just do it.
Exactly.
So
then
you
no
wouldn't
wine.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it doesn't make any sense to like overthink the decisions. Just like in the sense of, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And who knows if you would have taken the other choice? Who knows where you would have ended up?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's just crazy how all that works. But I think what I always say, and maybe I've said it on the podcast before, but what I always say is meeting you makes me think of the world as a smaller place. Because no matter where you go, you're going to find your people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to find Carla because...
You're never going to find
Yeah.
Leonie
I
either.
I already found her.
It's the red string theory.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like how we're all connected to the people that we're
Gosh,
meant to
That's very true.
to meet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The
obviously...
invisible string.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But there's also a red one. But maybe
The
that's
red
love.
thread is the
The red
thing that is
thread,
like
yeah.
goes throughout it, so everything has one sense.
Oh. Okay.
Like when you write a book, for example, there's a red thread.
Okay. Because I remember like seeing people with the like...
Oh, maybe it has a different meaning. Maybe I just know the academic one. Because we have a saying in German as well, the red thread. So it's like not losing your thought process. It's the thought process. Yeah.
Let me look it up actually.
Yeah.
I want to know.
While Carla looks it up, I'm gonna give you some more.
Wow.
Should I also do while I swallow? Do you guys want to hear me swallow? I'm gonna see. Let's see if I keep this in because let's see if it sounds good. This was very intimate, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah. It's the red thread of fate, also referred to as the red thread of marriage, is an East Asian belief originating from Chinese mythology, and it's commonly thought as an invisible red cord around the finger of those that are destined to meet on one another in a certain situation as they are their one true love. So this is just for love.
But so in the sense of you have an invisible one, or people actually have one?
No, it's like invisible.
Oh my god! But
it's like you have like it's infinite.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, it keeps being, like, smaller. I think it's this way. It keeps being smaller until you're together with that person.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. I've also seen, like, that you have, like, a letter in your thumb. And that, like, a lot of people have the letter of their, like, husband or wife.
Wow.
We're gonna Google it. No, let's actually do it now, because then we can reveal the letter.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently your left thumb has an initial on it. Okay, so let's look at the left thumb. Mine is an L.
Ooh.
Or a D. L, D.
Gosh, I literally don't
Or P. L, D, or P. Let me look at yours. L, D, P. LPD.
LPD.
The LPD, isn't that the police?
NYPD.
NYPD. Oh wow, you really... I would say a Y with no name starts with a Y. No, I see a P. I see a P and a H. P, definitely. Do you see the... And then the round P? Mm-hmm. It's a P.
Wow.
Paul Mescal.
I was thinking Jeremy Allen White. That's a J.
Jeremy Allen White.
It's Paramy.
Anyways, this is getting longer. Anyways, now that we solved that. No, but it is so interesting because you really don't know what life is.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about everything that it entails, like, what happens after we die? What happens, like, all these things,
Yeah.
like, why do we live the way we live?
Yeah.
How come?
That's a very good question. Yeah.
I'm getting dizzy again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you can't wrap your head around it.
Or even just like thinking about people being born. How is it possible that you were not there before?
Literally.
Like, yes, disappearing when you die, but also appearing all of the sudden. And yes, like, we know the nature behind it. We know the biology behind it. You don't have to explain it to us.
It's not Adam and Eve, guys.
Exactly. But
no, that is the crazy thing. Because also with disappearing, how can you not exist?
Yeah.
Because when you not exist, where are you?
yeah.
Like, is it like sleeping for forever?
It's like when people that are blind say, just imagine, like, for people that we are able to see, we cannot picture how it would be to not see. And they are always like, it's like seeing with your elbow. Like, it's impossible because your elbow doesn't see. So that's the way we see.
They don't think of their eyes as things like an organ to see.
Exactly.
This is getting very intense. Like, it's so interesting though,
So
because
many layers.
I think, again, like, we're not getting into it, but because we are non-believers in the traditional ways, we have no answer.
Exactly.
And sometimes I think that's what must be a very big pro of being a believer.
Yeah.
Because you can hold on to something. You have an explanation. And I think it's very human of us to need an explanation. And that's why we hold on to specific stories that might, like, might not be true.
Yeah.
Or, like, all these little things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you think, like, why, like, people can see, some people say that ghosts exist.
Yeah.
Because they're holding on to something. It might be true.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's just our need, and this is not dragging down people that are religious or spiritual or anything, but it's our, like, human need of having answers and having things under control. And those are such big topics. Like, why do we know so much, quote unquote, so much about the universe and about all that? Because we are eager to understand why this is existing. Why are we here? And that is the only way of having a more clear image of what this all is.
Exactly. And that goes actually back to when we were talking about the moon.
Yeah.
And I said, I feel like it would change my perspective on life because I would feel like I understand a bit more.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't because I would. But, like, imagine just standing there. It's, I mean, what people say when, like, they do bungee jumpings and everything, which is so not something that you do in your normal life. Maybe not bungee jumping, but, you know, paragliding, the one out of the where you just skydiving. It's like, I bet it is an experience that you can't, like, tell anybody on how it feels because you will have to feel it.
Yeah.
Which I would not want to, but at the same time I would love to know how it feels like.
Yeah, to experience just, like,
if it were 1000% safe and I could stop it whenever I want, then I would do it.
Just snap your fingers, you're out.
I'm out. Yeah. Because I don't think that I would actively enjoy it, but I would maybe enjoy it because of it being skydiving and you just free falling.
Literally.
With a man behind you, which is like, that is kind of an
and then you see the video.
Yeah. And he's just like he's just like, and you're like, it's like another Monday. No, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
It absolutely is crazy.
There's so many things, like, big and small, that we cannot explain.
Yeah.
Or have an answer to.
Yeah. And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think it makes life a bit more exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and
literally.
then imagine we would have an answer to everything. I think that it's also self-protection. Like, we can't.
Yeah.
Because that would make everything much harder.
so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, imagine knowing everything. Like, no, sometimes it's good to be naive and not have answers and just like be okay with it.
Absolutely, because I think it would like really change our perspective on our day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you're hyper aware about the fact that you could get like ran over by a car, this is so negative, but like for example, then you would not go outside anymore, because the chances of it happening when you're hyper aware are very high. Like in the sense of those are sadly things that can happen without you having to do something wrong. So if you focus more, the more you know, or the more like you like source these informations, the scarier it kind of gets.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to like decision making for ourselves, like things that we actually can control.
Yeah.
Like your future, or meeting a new person willingly on a dating app and things like that. Sometimes it's nice to not have an answer and just be like, I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what happens. And I'm not talking about dating specifically, but just like, I think that it's so healthy to not have answers. Because yes, you're under control, but at the same time you're not. And like, it would be so frustrating to know how everything is gonna turn out. And it gives it spice. It gives it like a reason to keep working towards your goal.
Absolutely. If you think about like these moments where you end up like maybe at a place where you didn't think you did, like you just wanted to go for a drink, and then you end up coming home at like 8 a.m, the sun is out, and you're like, wow, this day was amazing. I feel like situations like this, or like on concerts, open air concerts, the sun is going down, everybody's dancing, everybody's screaming, these moments, they give you so much the feeling of freedom and the feeling of carefreeness. And I think that is one big thing that the word carefree, we sadly can't be that much, because especially as adults, like as children, be feeling carefree is very normal. And it's such a nice feeling, and of course we can't have it all the time, but I feel like that is such a beautiful moment, and that is such a beautiful feeling. And maybe we have to focus on these moments a bit more, that we allow ourselves, like if we think about everything we said, like we are in charge of decisions. We can change the trajectory of our lives. Every decision we make changes our pathway, but in the end we have to tell ourselves that we can't control everything, and that we have to like really focus on these moments where we wind down and tell ourselves there's so much going on in every day, every minute of our day, enjoying feeling carefree and seeking out these moments where you're carefree.
Absolutely. It took me a long time to understand, because since I was very young, I've always been such a control freak. And I loved, even going out when I was 18, I would plan what time I would get home, even if I knew that maybe the night would be different, or maybe I would like to stay in the club for one more hour. But I just gave myself those tiny deadlines, tiny decisions that I had to make for myself all the time, because I was not being pressured by anyone. It was just like my own pressure, and it didn't come from anything. It was just like me wanting to control my own life. I think that it came from the fear of letting others, or letting whatever, the universe, determine how my life, even if it was just like this tiny thing of deciding what time I would go home. But I love so much knowing and deciding for myself that sometimes I wouldn't even allow myself, even if I was enjoying this club and I wanted to stay, I would be like, no, but this is my time to go home. Why? Because I decided it at 7:30 last week. You know? So the moment I realized, and this goes back to London, the moment I realized that was when I moved here for the first time, because it was like, who fucking cares? Do you, like, to myself, do you actually care so much about having the specific things that you need to have under control. No, just let it be and feel carefree and don't fixate so much on things that are not that deep.
Yeah, or that you can't control.
Exactly. So the moment and it was like very hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I was obviously pressuring myself to do things that I didn't actually want to do. Because if I had decided that I wanted to leave the house at 6 and then I had to leave 2 hours before, that for me was like a very big step.
Yeah.
So after that, I feel like my life has been so much better.
Yeah.
Literally so much better, because it gives you this freedom and this capacity of just doing what you actually want to do and not thinking too much into it, and just enjoying these tiny moments and these tiny things that life gives you when you less expect it.
Yeah. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's a very beautiful way to end this episode. Like, just obviously don't do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah, but like, sometimes you have to.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
yourself.
Like, leverage more or source more these moments where you actively decide on being more carefree, because you are allowed to.
Yeah.
And follow us on Keep Talking.
Yeah.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok are the main ones. Spotify, of course, as well. And then wherever you listen to your podcast, if you don't listen to the podcast either on a video or on Spotify,
Which you should.
yeah, but we're everywhere. We're literally everywhere. we're surrounding your universe.
Yeah. We'll be in the streets of London soon again.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be out everywhere. And if you like consider yourself a non-believer as well, let's just all believe and keep talking.
Yeah. The goddesses.
Yeah. Let's start a cult. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys.
I'm joking.
I'm absolutely joking. Yeah, but no, it's crazy. Let's see if ChatGPT actually predicted our future correctly.
Imagine.
I mean, who knows? Like, little bits and pieces will definitely come back in your
for
story.
real.
Who knows? Maybe a guy named Jeffrey, who will be your genie. But you have a P. So, I guess no Jeffrey, just Peffrey.
Sorry, Jeffrey, you have to change your name to Peffrey.
Oh, well. Life, eh?
Life.
Yeah. I think we can, I mean, this is definitely one of the longer ones, but we could have kept talking for much longer because we don't have the answer.
Exactly.
So it's like spiraling.
Yeah. Then you get different topics. But anyways,
yeah. Here we are now.
That's it. Okay, guys. Enjoy your Keep Talking Monday.
Yeah. And make every day a Keep Talking Monday, because that's what we do here in our household.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah.
And enjoy your life.
Enjoy. And be more carefree.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Pussy.